Each day we strive to live our lives to the best of our ability. Good words help us find greater clarity in this quest of ours. I hope in this episode you will find words that will help you to open your minds and strengthen your journey each day as you work towards finding peace, love, joy in your life. Hi, and welcome to this podcast which is about words. I want to thank you for your kind presence here. I am Anil Annaiah, back with a new episode for you. I believe in words. They have a force and power strong enough to change destinies. Words can give us courage to overcome the gusty winds. Words can give us the strength to swim the rising tides. Words can help us celebrate the power of human kindness. Words can help us fulfill our dream for a better world. Today I bring in a new thought from my book, Tiny Pathways to Ponder Upon. Unhappiness casts its shadows when you move away from light. Please hear it again. Unhappiness casts its shadows when you move away from light. Let me now discuss the perspectives that could emerge from these words and the potential of this thought in helping us to make life better. Unhappiness is not a sudden storm. It's a gradual drift. A slow movement away from what once anchored you. It often begins unnoticed. Small compromises, small abandonments, small forgettings of the soul. We think we are just adjusting, just surviving, just keeping pace. But slowly, almost imperceptibly, we move away from our own light. And in that space, shadows grow. Unhappiness tries to creep in because somewhere inside we step away from what made us feel alive. From the people, the practices, the truths that once fed our spirit. Maybe we silence our creativity. Maybe we betray our inner voice to fit someone else's mold. Maybe we stop tending to our wonder, our laughter, our stillness. And further, we drift. And the colder it feels inside. Not because the world has changed, but because we have moved away from our own warmth. Unhappiness is not the punishment. It is a shadow that wants, come back, come home. Return to your light. For the youth especially, this is vital to understand very early. Because in a world that sells speed, image, performance, it's easy to lose your way. You start chasing metrics, applause, comparisons. You start building identities based on what looks good rather than what feels true. And slowly the authentic fire inside begins to dim. You may look successful from the outside, but inside you feel cold, tired, bitter, restless, and totally empty. This is not failure, this is just distance, and that distance can always be bridged, closed. Unhappiness also disguises itself as burnout. When you're running without soul, working without joy, producing without positive purpose, your being tires, not just your body. Burnout is often not just about overwork, it's about over-forgetting. Forgetting why you began, forgetting what you loved, forgetting to nourish the roots while showing the leaves to the world. Well-being is not just the absence of disease, it's living close to your light. It's remembering what stirs you awake inside. It's aligning your days, not perfectly, but persistently, toward what enlivens, inspires, softens, strengthens. It's walking each morning a little closer to yourself, not further. So if you're feeling the shadows of unhappiness, know this, you're not broken, you're not defeated, you're simply being called to turn back, to step closer again toward your positive light, toward the things, the people, the inner practices that breathe life into your bones. Even a single step back toward the light can start to melt the deepest frozen places within you. Find what could be your true light, the positive light. It might be your creativity, your acts of service, your quiet mornings alone, your wild, unfinished dreams, your love for a cause bigger than yourself, your stillness when you stop rushing. Wherever your soul feels most awake, there your positive light is waiting. When the shadows grow, do not fight them, do not fear them. Simply turn, simply walk back, even slowly, even imperfectly. Because unhappiness is not your enemy, it is your call to return home. Step closer to your positive light and let the shadows fall behind you where they were always meant to stay. Do reflect on the string of words from my book, Tiny Pathways. Unhappiness casts its shadows when you move away from light. Find more insights as you place this in everyday life and your interactions or observations. Hope you'll connect more dots from here to help you through the journey in life. Thank you for joining me here today. My sincere aspiration is to keep sharing these thoughts with you and hope that these words will find a way to open up new possibilities in your life. We'll be happy if you could share this podcast and the thoughts with others too. Do come back for the next episode. Until we meet again, bye-bye.